Today's episode is brought to you by Hardscape Ceiling Supply, your go-to source for top-tier ceiling products made for the grind. Whether you're protecting pavers, concrete, or natural stone, they've got the gear and guidance to help your jobs last longer and shine brighter. Trusted by pros who know the difference. From prep to finish, seal the deal with Hardscape Ceiling Supply. From cleaning to sealing, restoration to protection. They support pros who know the difference. Available exclusively at Daytona Pressure North, located at 2323 North State Street, building number 138, Bunnell, Florida. And tell them you heard it here on the Clean Humor Podcast.
Good evening, everybody. Sorry we're going to start the show off on a sad note, but everybody keep Jesse and his family in prayers. Lost a brother in the pressure washing world. We may touch base on that just in a few minutes, but I'm Anthony. I'm here with Trudi, the Queen of Clean from down in the Panhandle. If you ain't done it, go to www.panhandleexpo.com, get registered for the event, November the 5th and 6th. Special training, hands-on, is going to be the 4th. So you can get registered for that, sign up for that. You can even upgrade your expo experience. You get lunch, you get free drink tickets, exclusive event polo. I'm pretty sure them's from Dow Marketing. Give me a nod, Trudi.
Yes.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Great. Okay. And you get a front row seating, VIP swag bag, and much, much more. So go there and get registered at panhandleexpo.com. We're going to have an amazing evening tonight. A lot of information to give away. We got a fellow brother on here that everybody knows him. He's not new to the industry. We've become friends along the way since last year at the Panhandle Show. His name's Conway. He owns Elite Power Wash and has a storefront called Daytona Pressure North. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight, Anthony and Trudi?
Good,
Thank
good.
you guys for having me on the show.
So just give us a little rundown on yourself, how you got into, what triggered your mind to get into pressure washing. And it's always interesting to hear all these stories of guys and how they come into the pressure washing business.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, absolutely. Listening to the podcast, it's fun to listen to everybody's stories because everybody comes from somewhere different, you know. And for me, I come from a background in law enforcement. So before getting into the pressure washing world, I've spent about 11 years doing public service, and that's where my heart's at. My heart is in public service, but my heart is also with building generational wealth. So what ended up happening was public service and generational wealth just weren't jiving very well together. And I started pressure washing on the side on my days off. And very quickly, I was making a lot more money with part-time pressure washing than I was being a full-time police officer. Which is a little embarrassing to say, unfortunately, but it's a humbling job. And any law enforcement officer that you speak to, they'll tell you we're not in it for the money, you know. But going back like even farther than law enforcement in my childhood, I was raised in a really strong family. My parents were Christians, and I was homeschooled, and I just had a really strong foundation. My dad was an entrepreneur, always creating different businesses that were scaling and working well for him. And I wanted to take everything that I've learned from when I was younger and really just punch it into a company that I could expand and grow and make a name for itself and also for my family so that, we can start that journey to building generational wealth. So.
First of all, thank you for your service. I'm actually camping with my grandbaby, and we're actually with a couple county workers here, our friends. One is actually in law enforcement. He works in the prison system, and he's a great guy. I respect all of you guys for doing what you do to protect us. And
yes, ma'am.
Just like you guys and school teachers, you guys are not appreciated and respected and paid enough. Honestly, it saddens my heart that my UPS driver gets paid more than somebody to drive a school bus. That just hurts my soul.
Right.
But it is the way it is. But I do want to thank you for your service and all the years you put into protecting other people out there. And now,
yes, ma'am.
Protecting their allergies and their asthma and everything by killing the mildew. So it's a win-win for you. There we go.
Right. Well, there's definitely benefits. There's definitely benefits too, because it was a fun job. I enjoyed the chases and wrestling with people and all the fun that comes with it,
Yeah. Which shouldn't have to happen, but it does.
Shouldn't have to happen, but it does.
Yeah.
So last year was your first time at the Panhandle event with a booth.
Last year was the first time, yes.
And I know as soon as it got over, you looked at me and said, I want a double booth next time. I'm going big. It was just like, and I try to include people we do business with. I don't want it to be, I don't have a lot of vendors in there because I don't want it to be about sales. I mean, obviously these contractors need stuff to work, do their job and make their money. But nobody in the Panhandle event is going to sell you a book and promise you $1 million in sales. We're not going to do that.
Right.
And, I'm picky and choosy about who I want to be on the showroom floor. And, I'm glad you were there and you got to see it firsthand that it's not like the other events. We made it about contractors and washers helping other contractors and other washers grow and learn. And what's your feedback on the event last year?
Yeah, so I think that's what really opened my eyes to like where I wanted to steer myself towards in this industry, is because when I went to your event, it was such an eye-opening experience, because it had everything that this industry needs. It had incredible training. It had incredible relationships. It had the atmosphere was just out of this world. It's not what you see at other locations or other events. Typically, it's sales and items getting just shoved down people's throats. Where this event was the complete opposite of that. It's geared towards education, elevation, safety, and making money. How can we make money? How can we grow? And that's what I think is what is incredible about this event, and what I'm looking forward to most this year going into it. Not just going as a vendor, not just going as a sponsor, but also going as an educator to really help educate everybody in the community and elevate to bring people to new levels that they haven't experienced before.
What was you expecting? Was you expecting what you got?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest with you. When I went into it, I tend to not have expectations of things because I don't want to get let down. But when I went there, my expectations were completely surpassed of what my minimum expectations were going to an event. Because you think, especially going as a vendor, you think salesy mindset, but it wasn't about sales. Even as a vendor that's there, somebody that wants to make money, it was about building relationships, right? Like we're at the hot tub in the middle, at hours of the night, talking with other pressure washers. We're going out to dinner with people all over the United States and the country, and just making great relationships that are lasting.
Yeah, you don't get that at every event. I know that for a fact.
No.
I know my first one changed me. It changed my life. I went down there and helped set up and everything, and I've been there 5 years.
Right.
Death probably going to be the only thing that keeps me away from it. And my wife, she tells Trudi every year, said, this is what he loves to do. He's in his element. He loves it. I don't know everything about pressure wash. I don't know everything about chemicals, but I learn something new every day from different folks and everything. And if you ever get where you think you know everything, I think you know good to nobody.
You need to retire if you think you know everything.
Yeah.
Because every substrate, every chemical, every tool has changed every year just because of the supply issues, the mineral issues. You can't get all the minerals to make substrate. So everything changes every year. I mean, every copper gutter you can wash the same. I mean, not the same copper gutter, but all different copper gutters with the same chemical, and they all turn out
Right.
different because they're not the same. So
Right.
it's just, trying to educate these guys not to hurt themselves, not to hurt their business, not to damage the property. And I started doing this. Well, I started learning about the paint issue 15 years ago because it happened to me, and we had to go to court. We got sued, and I had to go to court. So I was digging into it. And I'm just like, oh, this is BS. Like, it's got nothing to do with us. Like,
Right.
we are educated. We have the best equipment. We're experienced what is going on. And that can happen just not only in the paint scenario, but in a whole bunch of other substrates. So, I mean, stain is changing. I just posted in industry paint issues with the stain just all along the side of the house just turned green. So it's just not about splash and dash or spray and pray anymore. It's about taking care of your company, taking
Right.
care of customer, and if some insurance don't pay for this unless you got E&O in your insurance policy, they will deny you, and you have to paint that house.
Right.
Where I live, it costs. I mean, there was one house that was $60,000 to paint. So if you're not careful, you can cause damage, and that's why, as soon as I had the platform to start doing the events, that's when I started doing it, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot. I'm behind this year just because everybody knows the first half of this year I've been down. I mean, not out. I've not been out because I keep on my phone. I keep doing birthdays and educating, but I've been down and I'm a little behind this year. But the showroom's slowly filling up, and I mean, we've got the speakers and trainers down. We're done with that. It's good. It's going to be a great show. But the sponsors are going to be there. The
giveaway time.
flyers are going to be there. And I appreciate you. You're a platinum sponsor, so this is awesome. I mean,
Yes,
that's how much you believe in this show. And like I said, I don't make money off this. It's not me getting rich quick. I put all the money out there. So it's guys like you that believe in what we do at Panhandle to help educate and train that makes it worth it. So thank you.
Right.
I appreciate what you do, and thank you for helping us.
No, absolutely.
Get the word out.
Hold on, guys. We got it's giveaway time.
Oh, it's
So
giveaway time.
it's giveaway time. I'll have to cut you off for a second. But anyway, you need to type in Hardscape Ceiling Supply GC to enter to win the giveaway. And at the end of the show, it will pop up, and Phil will get all the information to everybody who wins, for he can get in contact with them. All right, go ahead.
And thank you for the giveaways. Thank you for the giveaways.
Oh, absolutely. Trudi, I think to go back and piggyback off of what you were talking about in relation to the education is, as a business owner, I think it's really important to remain humble and just know that you need to become a lifelong learner. So I was just sitting down with one of my mentors last week, and this man is a multi-millionaire, if not billionaire, like managed and sold and had multiple Fortune 500 companies. Over 60 years old, he's retired now. And something he said to me was just super humbling. Like, as an over 60-year-old individual that has truly everything, everything that we dream about obtaining and everything that we're fighting for to obtain. And he said, Phil, I'm a lifetime learner. I'm never going to be done learning. Like, that's a humbling experience for somebody that has reached the top of Mount Everest. And he's that if, as business owners, we can come to this mindset where we truly don't know it all, and we can truly learn something from everyone, that you're going to continuously grow your business, and you're going to reach levels that you never expected or even knew were capable of reaching by going to events like the Panhandle Expo and learning from people that are out here every single day growing their businesses and practicing safety and studying different chemicals. Like, you have to take all of these different tools learn them, and put it in your toolbox, because you may not need it now, but sometime in the future, an incident may occur, and it's like, oh, I've got that tool, and you're able to remove it from your toolbox and handle the situation.
So if you had, I got a question for you. Somebody come in your store and you got off the street. He says, "Hey, Phil, I'm thinking about starting a pressure washing business. What would be the advice you're giving? And would they need to buy a $30,000 trailer to start with? I mean, would you? I mean, I know you build trailers. I mean you make money off of them, because if you didn't, you wouldn't make them. Probably don't make a whole lot. But I mean, would you steer them in get the starter kit and then work your way up? Or
Anthony, I that is a great question, and I couldn't give you an exact answer on that. The reason being is because it's all about the individual. Because this is an industry that you can come into, and there is no other industry like it, where you can literally buy $40,000 worth of equipment, and you can have that equipment paid off in 2 or 3 months if you're doing it right. And I don't say that to be boastful, and not every single person is going to come into this industry and be capable of accomplishing that within the first 2, 3, 4, 6 months, or even a year. But if you have the right mindset, you have the right foundation, you have the business skills, you understand how to operate. Let me turn my light back on real quick. You understand how to operate, and you know what business is all about. You can 100% come into this industry, purchase 1 to 6 $40,000 rigs, and absolutely crush it. But it comes down to communication. Who's my customer that's coming in the store? Is he an 18-year-old that's never been in the business world? He has no understanding of business whatsoever, and he doesn't understand pressure washing. Or is it somebody that has been in any industry? They understand business, they understand employees, they understand systems, and we can sell them the equipment, and we know it's going to work for them. So to answer your question, it can go either which way. It's all about the customer and where their mindset is. We don't want to set people up for failure. I don't want to give a $30,000 rate to somebody that's going to come back in 2 months and they're trying to sell it because they can't make it work, you know?
that's good information. Well, my thing popped up again. We got another giveaway. Trident Cat 5 kit, $560 value. So I'll type it in there and we'll see who wins. Yeah, that's good advice. I mean, I know I was down at a Panhandle one weekend. I forgot what we was doing down there. I think we had
No
that training show.
Don't tell him what you were doing down there.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I won't tell them I'm doing down there. But anyway, these cats come up and they just went to Georgia. They bought this trailer. It had just about everything on it that you could think of, but it didn't have stuff on it that needed to be on the trailer. Does that make sense?
Right.
I mean, it didn't have dump valves on it. It didn't have, there's just several things that it really didn't have on it. And everything. And, of course, me, I'm a talker. My wife says you sell water to a camel. And so I just get talking to them. I'm like, and they say, well, what would you do different if it was yours? Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this on it and everything. Showed them everything. And they took I think they said they paid $30,000 for that trailer. And they wound up putting another 20 in it that day while they were sitting at the warehouse. And I lost contact with the guy. I don't even know if they even washing anymore or not. At one time he was doing some washing, but I don't know anymore. But me, myself, I started out with a little bitty rig, nothing fancy, just worked my way up. I've done it. Started out just a little side hustle, I was in a job, doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing, just beat myself up, bad habits, killing me, about to ruin my life, my marriage and everything. And she said, you got to quit before you can quit because you're around it too much. You're around it every day.
Right.
And so I went in, told him I was quitting and everything and come home. And she said, well, what do you want to do? And I said, let's start a pressure washing company just for shits and giggles. Because I mean, that's what I've done. I washed service stations for the company I was working for anyway. So I didn't know, I wasn't stupid about it. I mean, I knew what it was going to consist of. But I also knew I didn't want to get on a lift and scrub canopy decks. Neither. I wanted to do it from the ground somehow.
Right.
You know, I did some research and everything. And then I ran across Panhandle and Trudi, and everything just been just going like it's going. But you know, me myself, if I had to start all over, I wouldn't buy. Even if I start over what I'm doing, I don't think I'd buy a $40,000 rig.
Right.
I'm the worst salesperson in the world. My husband gets so mad at me because I'll sell a 12 volt over an AR-45 or a P40 because it's not what the guy needs. You know, I'm like, he goes, you could have sold him a P40 and not a 12 volt. I'm like, I said, I know, but he doesn't need it. Like, he's not doing roofs. He's not doing this. I sold him what he needed. And guess what? He's going to learn from that. He's going to grow with that, and he's going to trust us to grow with, because I'm not going to sell him something, make him go broke, and if he can't afford the marketing, he can't afford the gas and the insurance to run it, what good is it?
Right.
What good is it? So,
right. Well,
yes,
what I love about those P40s is that it's not just for roof cleanings. These things are incredible.
Right.
So when you
Right.
have somebody, typically we'll have our new guys or gals, they'll have a 12 volt. The P40 is an incredible upgrade when somebody's ready to hire on an employee, because now you've got a pressure washer, somebody that's doing the flat work with the pressure washer, and now you've got an employee that's capable of washing a house, because the P40s, they run like that. So
I'm the downstream queen. I can't listen to this nonsense.
Hey, I'm still downstream too.
Wait, what's
downstream?
downstream in Trudi? What is that?
So it is. We use the pressure washer, and we pull 1%. I have not. I swear on my life, I have not touched AR-45, P40, or the MoFlow. I've used a 12 volt on bricks, and I've used it on. I don't do roofs. I will not do anything but downstream. And then on my trailer, every time I'm able to go take my trailer out and do work, something new's on it. Now I got a manifold, I got a P40, I got an air. It's crazy. So I soft wash with my pressure washer because I just use the nozzles, turn the chemicals, use my Flow Pro. God can strike me down right now. There's no storm, so it's good. But I have never washed anything with a gas system. But I have mentored people that have started with the gas system that went down, and they're sitting there with an 8 gallon a minute and had no idea how to downstream. So I had to.
All I got to say is you're missing out, Trudi.
Hey, have you seen your trailer lately, Trudi?
Yes, I have, and I don't even know how to use it anymore.
I mean, have you really took a close look at it?
I have, and I can't use it anymore. No, the pressure washer's still on there. But
while we're talking,
while
we're talking about investing,
when I started 20 years ago, there wasn't this soft wash.
You just have to go, Phil. She eventually.
There was no. I'm the only female here. I'm right. You all should learn that. Phil, are you married? You got a fiance, girlfriend? So
do what?
I'm right. He's like, what? No. I mean, this is how I learned. I learned it downstream. And when you've done it for so long before the gas roof pump and all that showed up, I'm already set in my ways. You know, I got my man. I've had him for just as long as I've had my downstream system. So I ain't changing. I'm good with that. Yeah,
there was a saying at my old police department. There was a saying on the wall that said that we don't continue to do things a certain way just because this is the way that it's always been done. You can change and adapt and overcome. I'm gonna get you to at the event, Trudi. At the event, you're gonna show everybody how to use the P40.
No, I love the P40 and the AR-45, but if I'm going out to wash, I'm going to use what I use. But it is, no, I mean, all the other skids and everything have been upgraded, but I'm not out every day like I used to be. So, you know, it's something that I know and I'm comfortable with. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's not bad. It's different. And they're both, nothing's wrong with either way.
Right.
But if you have a pressure washer for surface cleaning and a P40, AR45 MoFlow, whatever, learn how to downstream in case that system goes down.
Right.
Learn both of them. Be knowledgeable in what you have on your trailer or your skid, because you don't know. I mean, it could be something as a damn spark plug, or your oil leak or something. I mean, it could be anything, but you have a backup. Don't stop working, leave chemical in the house when you have a backup.
Right. So what I hear you saying is become a professional problem solver.
Yes, exactly.
That's what being a business owner is all about, being a professional problem solver. And
Yeah.
since we're talking about investing in equipment, I think something that gets overpassed so often in this industry is it's not just about the equipment, it's important to invest in knowledge as well. So
Yes.
what for me, some of the best investment in knowledge that I've ever gone through is some things are free. Something like a networking group is
Yes.
free knowledge. One of the biggest gains that I had with networking groups is the ability to public speak, because you're coming around with like-minded business owners. There's 45, 60 other people there, and you have to get up and talk in front of these individuals. So in the beginning, your palms are sweaty, you're shaking a little bit. You're like, damn, like I got to talk in front of all these people. I don't know what there is for me to say. But over time, it becomes that second language, right? You start becoming more professional.
It's a passion.
It becomes a passion, correct? And
Yeah.
as a business owner, something that these networking groups preach is your 45-second elevator speech, right? Who are you as a business owner? So these are important things for business owners to grasp. Who are you? You've got 7 to 30 seconds for somebody to make a first initial impression of you. What is that impression going to be?
So I failed public speaking in college. It was horrible, horrible. And I was pushed into it. Ron Musgrave, went back to the paint issue. We were getting sued. I got in there educating, and then Ron's like, "You need to go educate people." I'm like, nope. I'm behind the surface cleaner. I'm behind my gun. I am not a public speaker. I'm not doing this. And he pushed me to the point where he's like, "You have to do this," and I'm just like, I was so nervous. Like, I should have had to depends on. I'm gonna peep myself. I was so scared, but it happened. But the passion came out. The importance of what I knew needed to be said, and it just flows. And I have been speaking on this for 7-8 years now, I think, and several. I mean, I travel PWNA. I've CETA asked. I mean, it hasn't been set, but they've asked if they would want me. Would I go? Yes, I would go. Not because I like to travel. I do like to travel, but not for work. But I like to educate. I like people to know what is out there, and the social media is great to help us, but it also hurts us, because I know there's a lot of hateful people out there and a lot of hateful words that, they use too strong of a mix. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't rinse. They didn't do this.
Right.
I just get so frustrated. It's like I dedicated my time, my money into doing this, and it just drives me crazy that it's just like, I'm not lying to you. This happens. So,
right.
It happens, and I think the main thing is to learn from people that's been in the industry for a long time, because we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have social media, we didn't have people to tell us not to do this or use this or try this or stay away from this. We just had to do it, and then if we screwed up, we screwed up.
Right. Nope.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. That's why people need to come to the Panhandle Expo for all this free training that's getting ready to take place, because they're going to learn, right? Some of the
Yeah.
other great courses.
We got.
Hey guys, sorry to
raffle.
interrupt real quick. We got our raffle winner over here for the Cat 5, Mr. Braden Richarder.
Let's
We will get your
go.
information out to you. That will come directly from Phil. He'll message you after the show. Sorry for the interruption. Y'all
I was sitting there trying to hit the start button, and I was like, "It's not doing nothing." that was my cue to get y'all to be quiet. So if I go like this, that means timeout. That means we got a winner. But anyway,
Congratulations.
we're bringing Phil in as a speaker this year too,
Yes.
correct?
He's
going to be speaking on growing a business, I think is what he told me.
Yeah, so the name of the actual training is called Built to Scale, for the ones who want more than just a hose and a hustle. So it's going to cover everything to scale your company from more than just being on the truck running and wearing 15 different hats, right? When I started 6 years ago, I was one of those guys. I had a $5,000 pressure washing trailer with a 4-gallon per minute pressure washer on it, and I was batch mixing in one of the tanks. I quickly grew away from that, though, because I had bigger things in mind. I didn't want to just keep being the owner operator. I wanted to own a company, right? A company that's scalable, a company that keeps making me money even when I'm not here working. And that's what we do. I go on a vacation with my wife and my kids, and I know that money is still coming in. Why? Because we follow systems, we have a scalable company, and we're just continuously growing. So that's what my training is going to be about, is just scaling your business, and it's going to be super packed full of education. And something else I wanted to touch on when we were talking about investing in knowledge and stuff is there are some great courses that you can take. One of the ones I wanted to talk about really quick is I want to give a shout out to Trident, Mike Kilgore, Danielle Torres. Like, they are incredible people. The company is an incredible company, not just because they gave us a Cat 5 kit to raffle off tonight, but because this was one of the first trainings as a new person in the industry that I went to, and they really helped set the foundation for who I am today and everything that I stand for, right? Like, I went to this training not knowing what to expect, and I was lacking, The reason I went to this training was because I was going to jobs and homeowners were saying, "Hey, can you seal my pavers? Can you seal my pavers? Can you seal my pavers?" And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm not just going to seal your pavers, but I was tired of leaving money on the table.
Right.
So I said, screw it. I'm going to go to a training. So I went to this training, made the drive over to Tampa. And that was one of the best things that I could have ever done for myself and for my business, because it was packed with information. It wasn't a sales gimmick. It was hands-on training, education, friendly people, like, and since that training, they've been with me along the entire way. Like, just though, if I was to call Mike Kilgore right now or Danielle right now, they'd answer the phone. "Hey, what do you got? What do you need? What do you like?" And there's people in this industry that I've put on my team that we'll do that for each other, right? One of the quotes that I like to live by is, "I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies." Right? It's not about having mass quantities of individuals. It's about having quality. And at the end of the day, another quote that I like to live by is, "If you hang out with dogs, you're bound to get fleas." So remove the people from your life that aren't doing anything for you, that aren't going to help you succeed, that aren't going to grow, that they're not going to the top. We go through different levels in life. Some people are only meant to be there temporarily. Trident is not meant to be here temporarily. They're meant to be here in the long run, and I appreciate them and everything that they've done for myself, my business, and the relationships that we've built.
So I had a Trident story. We actually sealed a property. I think it was concrete, and the sealer failed, which has never happened before in all our years. And we called Mike. We sent him pictures. He actually flew out, and he told us, "Don't worry about it." He took care of the customer from start to finish. We didn't have to deal with it at all. He handled everything. The HOA was mad because it was too bright. So he went back and took care of it. So, when, Panhandle, I'm sure just like your company, we don't sell anything we wouldn't use and we don't believe in.
Right.
So, we believe in this product. They've been with us since we opened from day one. We've used this product. It's a great product. And the customer service, just the support they give,
Right.
you can call and they will pick up the phone and answer. It was so amazing. Yeah, we actually had a training scheduled for our event, at the property, but the hurricane came in, so we couldn't do it. But
Right.
we're going to reschedule that. I'm working on them to come to Panhandle Event. Hopefully they can show up and do some training. But even if they don't, a product's going to be there. They are tried and true. They back up what they have. They support you, and they're there. They don't have a tail light warranty. They're not going to say, buy our stuff and bite. They're going to be there from start to finish. And I respect them and always will respect them for what they do. And that's why they're on our shelves.
Right. Yeah, customers, you hit the nail on the head when you're speaking about customer service. Like, customer service is a falling plane from the sky in our industry, right?
Yes.
Companies are
Yes.
growing, they're exploding, and the biggest thing that's lacking is the customer service on that end, which Trident, they've never failed or faulted with customer service, at least through my experiences. And that's what I've built my companies on, right? Is customer service, communication. You have to have communication. You have to have great customer service, right? Like, products, there's a billion amazing products. Trailers, you can go all over the United States of America and people are building trailers and they're great quality trailers. You guys build great quality trailers. Casey Caudell, C3 Skids build great quality trailers. We build great quality trailers. What makes us different, what makes you guys different, what makes C3 different, what makes some expert different is that the customer service is way up here, right? They're humbled business owners, and the customer service is out of this world.
And we work together. We
Right.
work together. We don't step on each other to make that dollar. We work together for the contractor. That's why I have a network of fellow vendors, co-vendors, I call them, because that's what we do. We're there to get you to work. We're there so you can put food on the table for your family. We're not there to line our pockets. We're there
Right.
to make relationships, build relationships, and work together. We have a relationship. I have a relationship with Casey. We have a relationship with Manatee, North Georgia, Tim Cray. We have a relationship with a lot of these guys that we should be stepping on each other's heads to get to the top, but we're not, because that's not what we're about.
Right.
We're about working together to better the industry, and that's why we're so picky about who's on our showroom. I could send an invite to everybody, but that's not what I'm about, because I don't want to invite people that are not in it for our fellow washers, our co-contractors.
Right.
Right.
Trudi, what do you think some great for the new guys and for business owners that are wanting to grow? What do you think some great pointers are for them to incorporate into their businesses? What good communication is? What falls underneath good communication, and how can they use that to scale their companies even further?
I missed that first part. You broke out. What was it?
So in reference to communication and
Yes.
business owners, pressure washers, paver sealers that are wanting to scale, what are some great pointers for them to be able to put into their toolbox on great communication?
Network, work with your fellow washers, grow together. You've got a guy that just started out, that just landed this huge job. Work with them, work with each other.
Right.
Don't be afraid of them stealing your customer.
Right.
Or bring in, if you've got a big job, you need a little more help with, see a new guy that's learning, bring them in, because you can work together and make money. Or it could take you 2 weeks to do it, or if you bring somebody else in your neighborhood or your area, and it could take you a week, that's going to give you a better name, because you can get the job done right, you can get it done fast without causing any havoc and damage. So
Right.
I think just working with each other, instead of, just like I said with the vendors, stepping on each other to get it done. I think networking is great. Reach out to somebody that's been in the business a long time. Find a mentor. Um, that's why these events are great. It's not just ours. You know, Panhandles is a great event because it's contractors helping contractors. But even, you know, the CETA, the Huge, the PWNA, the networking in there, even if you don't want to pay for the classes or attend the classes, just the networking itself, just get with somebody that's been in the business, make those relationships. For me, that's what built our business, and I think that's what builds everybody's business. It's just learning from each other. You can Google anything. Yeah. You know, I Google stuff all the time when people get mad at me. I'm like, it's a conversational post. Really, like, anybody can Google this, but is it wrong? Is it right? Let's talk about it. Right. And they're like, oh, you're wrong. I disagree. I'm like, it's not my post. I just pulled it off the internet. Like, anybody can. That's why I'm bringing it to the attention so we can discuss it. So let's learn from each other. Don't, you know, when somebody's like, hey, who's the best person to buy this from? Well, there's a lot of great vendors out there. But first, ask them if they've been out in the field. Ask them if they've been working out in the field. Ask them if they've been washing, you know, soft washing, pressure wash, whatever. Make sure they know what they're talking about before you spend your money, because there's a lot of guys out there that are just selling. They're salespeople.
Right.
Yeah. There's a comment right here that sounds pretty good. It says competition happens at the bottom. Collaboration happens at the top. Work together, there's enough work for everyone.
Yes, sir.
Which is true. I mean, you know, there's probably, I'm gonna say 10 probably washers that I know of that in our little town or surrounding towns. If all 10 of us tried to wash every house or every business, every building in this town, we'd never get it done.
Right.
So, I mean, the work is out there, and we just gotta, you know, work together. I mean, I work with my fellow washers all the time. I just hired one of them's help to come help us on an apartment complex because I needed an extra hand. And, you know, wasn't nothing said about it or anything. I mean, you know, to me, they're like family. I mean, you call me and say, hey, Aunt, can you come down here? You know, bring your rig and stuff. We need some help. Man, I'm on my way to Daytona. Number one, the wife's gonna come with me. She's gonna pack her bags. She's gonna be laying on the beach. Yeah. And, but anyway, we're going to giveaway time. Giveaway time.
Another one.
Let it roll. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it.
I hear it going.
Scott Davison is our winner of the
Let's go
gift cards. Oh, here's the second one. Second winner. Watch it be Jasmine. Watch you win.
Congratulations, Scott.
Oh, good deal. I was waiting on Jasmine's name to pop up there.
Let's go. Jasmine gets more than a gift card.
Easy. This is a clean show there, Phil. But so it just work together. Ain't no sense in trying to beat one another up and cut one another's legs out from under.
Right.
Just, you know, have 5-star service. Do what you say you're going to do.
Anthony, I've got one competitor, and this is the motto I've lived through my whole life. And that only competitor that I have is myself.
You're looking at him in the mirror.
The only person that's going to stop me from making money is me. The only person that's going to stop me from learning is me. The only person that's going to hit the snooze button and stay in the comfort of my bed is me. No, another one of the quotes that I like to live by is that no one's coming to save me, and it's up to me to outlearn, outlast, and outmake money, right? So I think those are all great pointers for business owners to move in. Some other small things in regards to communication for pressure washers and paver sealers is answering the phone, right? Because people think that they're special, right? That we've got a great brand. They're going to wait for us. You got to answer your phones. And if you can't get around to answering your phones and you don't have the resources yet to hire on a full-time office manager or somebody to answer the phone, get on with AI. Get your phones answered, because they're going to call you. Let me get my light turned back on.
Jasmine, you can have him in a little bit. We got him right
They're
now.
they're gonna call you, and then you're not gonna answer the phone because you're on the roof cleaning it, and then they're gonna call the next guy, and they're not gonna answer the phone. They're gonna call the next guy. So whoever answers that phone, 70% of the time, they're gonna get the business. So answer the phones, right? And then another thing is setting realistic expectation that falls underneath communication. Set realistic expectations with your customers, and then overachieve and make them happy at the end of the day.
Our next giveaway is a PS 20-inch surface cleaner, but we ain't giving it away. He's gonna ship it to me, y'all guys. So y'all don't even put the little hashtag PSI surface cleaner in there. No, y'all go ahead, type it in there. Somebody's gonna win the surface cleaner.
I mean,
if you want a surface cleaner, Anthony, I'll send you a surface cleaner. Just send me your credit card too.
Hey, Casey told me to send him my EBT card.
Hey, we take food stamps sometimes.
I said, "Are you that hungry, buddy?"
We don't discriminate against money.
So yeah, never over promise anything.
No.
If you're in the washing, sealing, being a vendor, don't unless you have it in your hand, don't say you can sell it. You know, if you don't have time, don't promise something you'll be there Monday if you're going to show up on Thursday. Don't show up and say, I can get that oil stain that's been there for 10 years out of your pavers, because you might not be able to. So never over promise. Just make sure you're honest. Show up. That's another thing about that. Show up. You know how many times I've showed up at a job? It's like, thank you for showing up. You're the third person I called. They never showed up. So just be honest and true, and just you put yourself in your customer's shoes.
Right.
You know, and that's why I say when you want to buy something from a vendor, make sure they've been out in the field, because if your surface cleaner bar gets damaged and you're ordering one, you're not ordering that for your wife for Christmas or her birthday. You need it to make money.
Yep.
Right.
So it's important that they know the urgency that you need this. Or if you're ordering a pump, or if you've got a job and you run out of chemical, you know, you're going to need that to finish that job to get paid to take your kid to Disney for summer. You know, it's
right.
It's not like, oh, you know, when they get it, they get it. Or, you know what, if the stain comes out, it comes out. Be honest, be truthful. Don't overpromise and BS people, because we can all see a BSer from miles away.
Yep. Too many people are having one night stands with their customers and not building marriages. Too many people are doing it. They're overpromising. They're not treating their customers right, and then they disappear forever. The money is in building marriages with your customers.
Yes, perfect. Because that's what I always say. I'm like, I don't want customers. I want relationships.
Right.
And, you know, you treat them right, they're going to be there tomorrow. They're going to be there in a year. They're going to be there in 5 years.
So you got some stuff sitting there behind you. Phil, you want to tell us a little bit about that stuff?
Me? I've got my grandson.
We don't want you to tell us about that stuff behind you.
Oh, Trudy's got a Spider-Man behind her?
No, hold on. It's I got one good arm. I've got one good arm. There we go. Can you see it?
I can't see either one of you guys on the camera, so I'm just winging it.
All right, well, I'm winging it too. So hopefully that's the Spider-Man blanket. There it is.
There he is.
Grandbaby on a Spider-Man blanket.
So all the products behind me, this is a chemical line that comes from Hardscape Seal & Supply, and it's just everything that's needed for exterior cleaning and hardscape restoration. From gutter cleaners, we've got soap additives, red lime foam, lemon hit, pine punch, great smelling. Rust Guard is an incredible rust remover. for lifting up rust stains, irrigation stains, safe for concrete, housing, siding, getting up those pain in the butt battery stains from the older communities where they all like to park their golf carts and in the driveway. And one of my favorite is the wood revival. This thing, it's incredible. Because you can't use SH on bleach, or you shouldn't be. I know a lot of contractors are still throwing SH on wood, but wood revival is safe for wood, and
If it
it's a
doesn't
wood
come
brightener.
clean, you got to use the hotter mix, right?
Oh yeah. The hotter on
Just
the
keep
wood, the
dumping it on
better.
me.
Yeah.
We I bet it on an apartment complex. It's been probably a year, 2 years ago, to clean their sidewalks. Well, I didn't get the job. And she calls me back a little while later, wants me to come by the office and look at her concrete, look at her sidewalk. And I thought, well, what's wrong with it? She said, it's coming up. It's just brittle. And I went out there and looked. And she said, it happened right after they cleaned it. They must have put something. I mean, it wasn't like it. It wasn't like this, because I looked at the property. It was perfectly good sidewalk. And I don't know what they put on it, what they tried to clean right there. But
they probably put straight muriatic acid on it.
It was just brittle. It was the top layer was coming up, and they wasn't happy. I said, you had somebody come out here and give you a price on doing this, for a professional price on doing it. I said, and you went cheap, and look what I got you.
Right.
Cheaper ain't always better. I mean, this apartment complex, people walk across that stuff every day. We are working on getting that giveaway away, but our guru, the technical guru behind the scene, is having problems with her internet because they got crappy weather on their end of the floor.
That was me before, but now I'm fixed. But so Phil, so at Panhandle, I don't sell anything that has to be mixed by the customer. I'm afraid, they're going to come back at me, say, hey, you sold it to me, it damaged this, it ruined this. I'm not comfortable selling that kind of stuff, just because I like to go out in the field and use it and test it. I'm not a chemist. I don't know how to mix stuff. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I think at the end of the day, if people are coming into this industry, it falls back into training, right? You need to be knowledgeable. You need to be an expert in it. You can't just come out here. We're not just winging it. Not every customer wants their wood to look like a 70s rug, right? Where it's all furry and sticking up because they spray it straight with SH. You need to learn. And this is what's great about being in an industry where you have so many intelligent individuals, is you can easily call somebody that's done it before, and they'd be more than happy to come and teach you and do the job with you. Like, sure, they may get the money for it, but you just learned something valuable. You gained information that you're going to take with you for a lifetime and move forward from. All of these products, even though they're commercial grade, you can go anywhere and buy products. They sell muriatic acid, they sell chlorine, they sell SH, they sell wood cleaners. Like, you can go buy sealers that they're 2-part sealers, and you have to mix them.
Yep.
It's your job to understand how you're the one applying it, right? I'm the one applying it. It's my job to understand how to properly apply this product, because at the end of the day, I'm the one that's going to be held responsible for it. I damaged the customer's property. So in regards to Hardscape Ceiling Supplies chemical line, there is a Facebook page called Hardscape Ceiling Supply Chemical Experts. People can join in there. You're able to ask questions. That goes over how the products work, and there's different trainings that take place. Like, if you're going to mix products together, you understand that you're not supposed to add water to your product. You're supposed to add the product to your water. Why? Because you don't want to splash acids all over you and burn your skin or damage people's property. It's just common. There's common stuff things, and then there's expert related things. And as an owner of a company, it's up to me to become the expert, right? Or to hire somebody that's smarter than myself to be the expert in that. Because that's where growth comes from. is as a business owner, I'm going to hire people that are smarter than I am in different categories. That way I don't have to wear every single hat.
And also, it's not about the chemical, it's also about the substrate. Because
Right.
you could put something on concrete and then put the same percent mix on a sealed stone-based product, sealed, is covered, natural stone, and the outcome's going to be different. But you're going to use the same product, the same dwell time, the same mix, and the outcome is going to be totally different.
Right.
So you can't use the same chemical on every substrate and expect the same outcome, because you could cause a lot of damage.
Right. No, I completely agree with you. One of the great things about the internet and where we're at living in the world that we live in right now is everything is so easily accessible. And it's just about not being scared and taking over. In the Bible, it says 365 times, do not be afraid. 365 times it states, do not be afraid. As a business owner, I'm not afraid, right? And why am I not afraid? Because my toolbox is stocked full. Because I'm constantly learning. I'm learning about the substrate. I'm learning about the chemicals. I'm learning about how to be a better business owner. So you can't be afraid. And another thing is, outside of the Bible, scared money is broke money. So don't be scared to spend it. You got to play. You got to pay to play.
Yeah. So do you know, Phil, that rust remover will take off squirrel pee off the side of a house?
It'll take off what?
Pee, squirrel pee.
What would take off squirrel pee?
Yes, I learned that. It was rust remover. I tried a whole bunch of different chemicals. It was stucco. Lady said this squirrel climbs up every morning, and I could sit there drinking my coffee, and this squirrel pees down the side of my house. And she goes, "It's disgusting."
I thought you were saying Squirtle like Pokemon. I'm like, what? Like, what are you? What's in your tea right now, Trudi?
I went into my arsenal of chemicals, and I was testing, because that's what I do, and it was rust remover that took a squirrel pee off stucco. So if you ever come across that, that's what it is.
So you're saying rust removal?
Yes, that's what took the squirrel.
Well, your rust removal remove squirrel pee, Phil?
Let me just, we're going to test it now, but I'm going to take that tool and I'm going to add it into my toolbox. The next time one of my customers asks me to take squirrel pee off the side of the house, we know how to handle it.
I just want to know how Phil's going to get a squirrel to pee on stucco just to test it. I mean, no, there's things like that you don't come across every day, and it's
right.
People that's out there every day working and has these chemicals at their disposal to be able to test to say, this is what happens. And another thing I'm going to ask you, Phil, is, I post a lot on Facebook. I admitted it this time. Usually I say I'm never on Facebook, but I am. But you post something and there's a 40, 60 mix of so much wrong information or misinformation as opposed to actual good information. Are you seeing that? Well, I mean, I don't comment.
Yeah, so this is, from a professional standpoint, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing individuals entering the industry being incapable. They're owner operators of a business. They become incapable of staying busy or successfully getting their business off. And now they want to become an industry guru, right? So then they're coming in and they're preying on all of the new guys, and they're just feeding false information left and right. One of the most important things I think for the new people entering this industry is you need to find vetted people to put on your team, because a lot of these individuals that you see posting inside of these groups, they're the pennies. They are not quarters, I promise you that. And if you keep searching even farther, you'll even find $100 bills. There's great courses like Conquer that you can join into, and there's incredible coaches. David James with Home Services Business, he's an incredible vetted coach. Like, you have to know people, right? Because you're going to get sucked into this false information, and you're going to have a failed business owner teaching you how to run a business, and what's going to happen? You're going to get fleas. Up, is it surface cleaner time?
Not yet. Well, yep, there it is. This is the last one, the last giveaway. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Spin the wheel.
Rolling, rolling.
Come on, Anthony. I'm rooting for you.
I can't win it. Lisa, is that your sister?
Who's it for?
Lisa Conway.
Nope, run it again.
Run it again, he said. She's going to be mad at you.
Hey, that's my mom. I said a lot of great things about her.
That's your mom. We got a Mr. Moody.
Moody. All right.
Josiah.
I'll send my mom a gift card for dinner.
Okay, good. You need
You
to
better
treat
take
mom.
her out for dinner.
Treat mom right, since we just booted her on. She couldn't win, and she even put in a comment over here. She said, "How do I get in here to win that thing?" or something like that.
It sounds like me and your mom need to be friends.
We love you, Mom. Family can't win. That's what Trudi tells me when we go.
No,
event, she says, "You can't win. You can't win."
You're my work husband. You're my work husband. You're the winner already.
I've waited my whole life to do that.
Have you?
I think your mom and me and our spouses need to take the grandbabies camping all the time. I think that's the best thing.
I love camping.
Yeah. Well,
you know what's even better? Trudi, you know what the best part about it is? Because we've incorporated systems into our companies while we're camping, we're still going to be making money.
And I'm still working. I'm still answering questions, still guiding guys in the right direction, still doing podcasts to help educate. And that's the benefit of owning a business, because we can help others grow within the business.
Yeah.
Right.
I know Panhandle's helped me grow. I mean, don't how many people you can call, order a pressure washer, and they meet you halfway.
Right.
And the guys, they
let you sleep in the camper.
Or let you sleep in the camper.
Well, it's an RV.
Crawl around in the beaver.
It is a beaver. It is a sleep number king size bed, so it's not rough.
I ain't never slept in the bed. I always sleep on the couch.
Oh, well, it's a reclining couch. It's very comfortable.
Yep.
So and feed you, and you go to our neighborhood bar, and no, it's you just got to treat. I don't even like calling them customers, because they're not customers. We have relationships. We build relationships. I can answer a phone at Sunday at 8:30 p.m. and they know I'll answer, because they've got a dilemma that they have to answer right away. I know they won't message me if it wasn't important, so I answer. My husband's not very happy about that, but I had 7 months on the couch to kill, so I did it. But it's all about the relationship. It's all about building relationship, not with your fellow washers and your fellow vendors. It's your customers. And I don't want to call them customers, because you should have a relationship with them. They should feel comfortable calling you if they see something that's amiss, or it's like, hey, you washed this, but this stain didn't come out, and it's like, well, this is what happened. And you have to have the relationship they understand, and you understand, that you come to an agreement that this isn't coming out. That oil stain's been in your driveway for 20 years. It doesn't matter what you put on it. Hopefully it's a paver and you can flip it over and it'll be good, but that comes back to not setting the expectations so high, just being honest and truthful with who you're working with, the relationships you're doing daily business with.
Right. Nope, I completely agree.
Y'all wanna keep talking, or
I have one question for Trudi really quick before you guys were closing up, because I'm excited. I'm super excited to be at the Panhandle Expo. What is something that's taken place this year that you're crazy excited about that didn't take place last year? Something new that you're incorporating into the event?
So a lot. I'm getting excited. I got goosebumps.
One response, Trudi.
Okay. We're doing more intensive classes Tuesday. So while we're setting up the showroom, like the striping and, the 45-minute circuit training is amazing. but you can't teach striping in 45 minutes. So our guy's going to come out there. He's charging a little bit of money, but just because he's going to pay for the paint and everything. But you're going to have hours worth of training to teach you how to do it, how to get the job, how to learn, everything. So I'm excited about these intensive classes, so you guys can get out there and get some add-on services and learn and grow. And I'm just so excited to bring more education and more training into it that is more than 45 minutes long. So that's what I'm excited about, is more education.
That's
I'm
awesome.
such a nerd. I'm such a nerd. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's your show. You can be a nerd.
Education's for everybody, not just nerds.
Yeah. But Phil, I think, I mean, you come on Facebook pretty much every day, and some kind of quote, saying, or something, has I think it's helped a lot of people at times. It's helped me. I really enjoy listening to it and everything, man. And thank you for your service when you were an officer. Y'all get bad reps sometimes if people just obey the law and do what they're told. When they get pulled over, there'd be a lot less happening in this world than
It's called drama.
Than they are.
Drama.
And everything. But just keep up everything you're doing in the industry, man, and God's got you back. I remember the first time me and you ever started talking. Really, do you remember what the conversation was about?
You asking me or Trudi?
You, Phil. You posted something on Facebook one time, and I didn't comment. I don't think I sent it on Facebook. I messaged you. Do you remember what it was?
I can't pull it off the top of my head.
You put a
me on the
picture
spot,
of
Anthony.
a bunch of material things on Facebook, and I messaged you, and I was like, "What is it?" Because I knew you was a Christian man, and anyway, I was just picking at you. But the reason I didn't do it publicly because people got their feelings hurt. I said, "What is it a man to gain the riches of the world and lose his soul?"
Right.
And that's when me and you started talking.
Right.
You remember that?
Yes, sir. Yep. That's the difference between you and I. Is I'll post that for everybody because hurt feelings are okay. People can get their feelings hurt. What makes us better at the end of the day is that we're able to problem solve and move past it, right? So.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes I just don't need that drama, because then somebody's they're gonna say something, and then I'm just going, I'm Anthony. I mean, you just, especially when it comes to that part of my life. I mean, because I know where I've come out of and where I'm going. I am the head, not the tail. I'm above, not beneath.
Right.
I'm more than a conqueror because of where he's put me at and everything. But closing comments. Phil, you want it?
What was that?
The closing comment.
Yes, please. And thank you for supporting
anything you want to say to everybody.
Yeah, I think that number one, I'd like to thank both you, Trudi, and Anthony for inviting me onto the show. I've been invited onto a couple of podcasts, and I was super excited to come onto this one because both of you guys are such phenomenal human beings. Just even outside of being exceptional business owners, you guys truly have standards, and that's people that I like to associate myself with. For all the viewers, we're elevating this industry. We're taking this industry to places that it's never been before. And it's not just me. It's not just Trudi. It's not just Anthony. It's not Expert. It's not Casey. It's everybody together. Together, we're going to elevate this industry into something great and respectable. And we're going to be educated. So I'm just super excited to just continuously come out here. My posts, my daily posts, I've got a passion for elevating individuals. I want people to feel strong. I want people to wake up healthy. I want everybody to be a winner, right? And so I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at the Panhandle Expo and doing the training, and then also providing great supplies as well. I see Casey just hopped on.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We got C3 in the house. Right at the end.
C3 in the house.
But I was told that
with that handsome new baby.
Y'all two don't go nowhere after she knocks us off of the show. Stay where you're at because she has some questions for us or something.
Okay.
So Phil,
Perfect.
Thank you so much for joining us and being a part of the Panhandle Expo, and hopefully we can keep growing it and getting more education out there for everybody. That's what it's all about. You know, we all have to pay our bills, but we don't all have to get rich, except for within ourselves and our heart and with our maker. And so thank you, and I appreciate you being here. And Anthony, always, every week, appreciate you being here with us.
Yep. If you ain't done it yet, guys, go to www.panhandleexpo.com. It's running across the top of the screen. Get registered for the event, November the 5th and 6th. It's going to be an extraordinary event. You don't want to miss it. Very educational. You meet a lot of cool people that will help you. You can talk to them. You can get educated, build relationships inside the industry, because I mean, you never know when you're going to need help and information, and get the phone numbers, man. So, hey, if I have a question, you mind if I call you? Most of them are going to say, no, here, you can have it. Call me anytime you want to. I mean, that's us three right here. I mean, our lines, our phones always open to anybody that we can help. But go get registered at that event. I like to see about 800 to 1,000 people there.
Oh, and, Lord, Anthony, you keep saying
that. Let's just do it. Right? Go big or go home, and we're not going home. We're gonna grow this thing, and we're gonna be bigger than the huge.
Yes, sir.
Hey, let's go home. Let's all go home educated and out there learning aside, an add-on service. Let's go out there and make some money and feed our family and pay our bills. That's what it's about.
All right, everybody be blessed. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you.
Y'all have a great night.
Stay humble and hustle hard,
we'll see you at the Panhandle Expo.